Coming up on Half Mile of Hell.
And it was at least a foot deep of mud and slop and ridgy.
Oh, one outrider having trouble doing a little driving. Hang on, Rio.
When a guy tried too hard, is that the problem?
Chad's mom, Donna, couldn't watch. She's just a typical mother.
Pack up and hit the road. Ride hard and play harder. Watch your back and don't give an inch. And whatever you do, don't make a mistake. Because you're about to ride the Half Mile of Hell. The first event of the 2005 chuckwagon season ends, and everyone packs up for the quick getaway from the Grand Prairie mud.
Oh, everybody was pretty excited to get out of there. It was unreal. We've had rain up there before, but not every night. Everybody got pretty sour, and usually the first show of the year, everybody's so pumped, and by the last day there, everybody was just like, let's get out of here, let's get out of here.
Diesels roar to life, and a convoy of drivers, families, outriders, barn hands, and horses hit the road for the next event, 1,000 kilometers southeast. The drivers had hoped that a change in venue might change the weather. But as race director Troy Dorchester pulls in with his rig, his worst fears are realized.
I was the first guy on the grounds. I'm a driver director, and you know, I've done Medicine Hat for 3 years, so I decided I'd go back on with them. And once you get on the grounds and get your horses settled and the barns up and stuff, it's about a 4-hour episode. And got them all put away at about 6 o'clock. I thought, you know, I better go check that track. So I just jumped on one of the quads and drove over and got to the infield, and I thought, well, it don't look too bad. So I drove out onto it, and the quad just dropped, and the front tires dropped, so I backed out. And within seconds, there was water laying in the ruts, and it was, I'd say, at least a foot deep of mud and slop and ridgy.
Left as is, the track will be undrivable. No racing and no payday. So heavy equipment is ordered in. Like some monster makeover show, Troy and the organizers have only 24 hours to turn a mud bog into a well-groomed chuckwagon racetrack, or this 3-day event will be toast. It leaves a lot in doubt, including the hopes of an outrider in training who thought he might finally get approved to outride professionally. Even that may have to wait. With so much mud and rain in Medicine Hat, Colt and Chad Cosgrave take the high ground at Colt's Farm, a couple of hours' drive from the Stampede grounds. They'll truck in tomorrow. For Chad and barn hand Caleb, today is a day to relax and goof off.
Old Whitey. I bought that truck when I was, I think, 16. Off a neighbor of ours out in Hand Hills. Ever since then, it's kind of went downhill.
We've had that one a long time. It's been through hell and back, but it still keeps on ticking.
We were pretty much just out cruising around, checking the land, seeing how the grass was growing. Went through a few cows and played in a lot of mud.
Damn.
That was a big puddle. We usually spend more time fixing it than we do driving it. Look at that. That's not even worth it. I got no juice for some reason. Something come undone. Yeah, that's all I got. To go underneath, me and Caleb did rock, paper, scissors. Yes! I lost. The only reason we did it is because it was so muddy. Neither one of us wanted to go under and crawl in the mud. Oh, we got something dragging. I think that's the block heater plug. Don't you know anything about trucks? I used to.
Chad calls back to the farm.
We've got problems with old Whitey here. Pretty tough. Nobody wanted to come get us. So we ended up making Caleb walk to our neighbor's house, which was, I don't know, 2 kilometers probably.
And finally, help arrives.
We towed it backwards for about 3 kilometers, doing about 50.
If the truck was the only thing to go wrong this week, Chad could keep laughing. But it won't be. Not by a long shot. A day before the races are scheduled to start in Medicine Hat, track officials desperately work to save the race. A muddy infield must be completely replaced with clean sand, and there's no guarantee it'll be ready on time. So while race director Troy Dorchester works the track into shape, outrider Rio King is off working horses into shape.
Well, we massage them, stretch them, put them in positions where they can adjust themselves.
Along with being one of the top outriders on the chuckwagon circuit, Rio is a highly skilled horse therapist, a thumper.
It's hard work. I mean, you're stretching a horse, so I mean, they're heavy. If they're a little bit sore, you know, that you kind of got to work with them a little bit. That's the thing with horses, is put them in a position where they can adjust themselves rather than you pulling and jerking and that kind of stuff. You just let them do it themselves. It's pretty cool if you see it.
He's just a tough, wild kid, and he's very talented with animals and horses and people, and he's a great guy to have around.
So you gotta give the girl once in a while, you gotta give them a little adjustment too. If the rider's crooked, the horse is crooked, you know, so that's the whole name of the game, is stay square.
The heavy equipment has worked through the night. Things are looking good. Tractors continually turn the soil over to dry it.
Welcome to Medicine Hat, the exhibition and Stampede grounds. It has been raining all week, and it was no earlier, no later than 3 o'clock this afternoon that we actually had confirmation that, yeah, we're going to race tonight. We're going to have the wagons out there.
I would say we maybe had an hour to spare, maybe 2. We all went out there at the last minute and said, you know, I think it'll be fine, and it was.
There's a horn in the charge. He's underway. Medicine Hat Dodge Tour style is happening as outriders.
With the rain finally behind them and a freshly groomed track ready just in the nick of time, organizers of the Medicine Hat event could breathe a sigh of relief and get down to the business of chuckwagon racing.
The rail advantage with the wire. The louder you cheer, the quicker he'll get here.
The biggest relief was after the 3rd heat. Because after you've seen their horses were running and good races, that's when I turned and I said, oof, you know, like, that's good. But I mean, when that horn blew for the 1st heat, you're just stuck, just like a little kid, never seen a wagon race before.
It's day 2, a big day for Chad Fike. He's been training hard to become an outrider. And today, he'll complete his second and final test to become certified. He will do this behind driver Shane Carter.
I've wanted to be an outrider since as long as I can remember. My grandpa used to drive a chuck wagon. That's always what I wanted to do before driving a wagon.
No, I still need you on the box. Oh.
Chad's mother, Donna, has been following her son as he gets closer and closer to his dream. But a mother's worry has become a distraction. Chad will run his final test without her watching.
I always said that I would support Chad. If he decided to do this, I would never encourage it. It's not that it's not a good life, it is a good life. But of course, being a mom, you don't want your kid in that kind of danger.
Chad's mom, Donna, couldn't watch. She's just a typical mother. You're worried about her little boy getting a boo-boo or something, so it's better she just stay away. And I don't know, after about 10 years, she should be used to it.
He did very well. He was out quick and got the stove loaded, and he's going to make a good outrider. I don't think he's going to have much trouble getting accepted. He's a likable kid and he works hard, so he should be good to go, I would think.
We need a document for all new sanctioned outriders signed by 3 driver directors to witness that that kid can ride and that he can handle a horse, you know. This is real. There you go.
Thank you.
And you got a license to go get whacked.
Is that the stuff?
Yeah.
Who do you ask that? Is your mom a wreck in the trailer right now, or what?
No.
She didn't pass at all.
No, I know.
You did good, but she's a wreck. She's chewing on napkins. Congratulations, bud. Right on. That's awesome.
I was really happy for him. He had worked hard for it. It was something that he really wanted, and it was nice for him to finally get it over with so he can get on to riding and races.
It's official. It's official. Our outrider's an outrider. He's after your job, Eddie.
Though Chad is now sanctioned as an outrider, he won't find a driver willing to take a chance until the next event. With a night that's brewing for the others, he may just be glad he didn't.
That's pretty cool, eh? You're out riding the horse is older than you are.
Yep.
Easy there, buddy. Get the tail and wash your face.
Oil Patch's dedicated staff, they go the extra mile. Dan Waddell, 4.5 miles for Trent.
With day 1 at Medicine Hat under their belts, everyone looks forward to cleaner driving and faster times on the second day. But heat number 1 is already setting the tone for a difficult night for the outriders.
Where are those horses? On the way in, I hope you got your 50-50.
Is that them right there?
Rio King and Chad Cosgrave are outriding for driver Jess Willard. But at race time, they have no horses.
Well, we just didn't have any outriding horses. Jess came out on the racetrack. We were standing in the infield with no horses, so sometimes it happens.
They ended up giving Jess the 1-second penalty for it, just because we tried to delay it so that we could get our outriding horses over there before the race started, so Jess didn't get like 10 seconds in penalties.
Was there even a point of me throwing the stove? I guess that'll take 4 seconds off. They're coming.
It was very close. They brought him right to the infield for us. But we ended up getting our horses, and Jess ended up with a 1-second penalty for it.
There's a horde, and heat number 1 is underway. The track tonight is considered packed. It's been a drying day, and the dust is actually flying here in Medicine Hat. Then here comes Alberta beef producers. The mellow yellow fellow, Troy Flad, breaks ground in a hurry. Jess Willard with a late charge, but too little, too late. Troy Flad, Alberta beef producers by a half.
Jess Willard takes second place and swallows the 1-second penalty for delaying the race. But his troubles aren't over. As he cools down his team on the backstretch, one of his horses takes a strange fall.
What do you need?
Well, I was turning around after the race there, and the horses, you know, he just had a fast run, but he just lost his footing on the track was a little soft and a little slippery, you know.
Don't pull his bridle off. Pull his head up.
When a horse goes down like that, you have a certain amount of time before the horse reacts. He just kind of laid there, which was kind of nice. He didn't get back up and, you know, get in more of a tangle.
Okay, hey, we'll get this.
They just kind of all grabbed the horse and just kind of leaned him up onto his feet, and then he stood up on his own. Because he's got 4 legs doesn't mean he keeps running and standing all the time. They do slip and fall down, but he got back up and he's feeling good after, and he almost thought it was a comfy place to sleep too, I thought. Now he's back racing again.
Thanks, guys.
As the heats continue, so do the problems. The night unfolds like an outrider's nightmare.
Holy cow.
Well, about 2 heats later, I was riding a horse of my own, actually. When I got on, I actually checked him a little bit, and he kind of stopped. He wanted to go to the racetrack, so kind of had to kick him around the barrel, and we finally got going. We ended up getting a 1-second penalty, but oh well, you know, my fault, not the horse's fault, definitely.
When a guy tries too hard, is that the problem? Can't worry about it because I got to ride for other guys, so blow it off.
It can happen to the best of them. Rio's night is running out of control, and across the infield, so is someone's outriding horse. Can a night at the races get any worse? It's night number 2 of racing in Medicine Hat, and Rio King and the Outriders just can't seem to keep it together.
There's days that you're going to have that no matter what you do, everything just seems to go wrong. I mean, every heat's different. Hopefully you don't take it with you.
Horn sounds, charge is underway, good start. Oh, Eddie Melville's got himself a trick out-riding horse. He should be at Spruce Meadows this weekend. He's got lots of jump, but he's got no go. Oh, don't let him go, Eddie.
Well, there's not much you can really do about it. And he just got too hot, got excited, and forgot about running.
Hi, Eddie, how was your trip? Short run, huh? You know, when you want to be a professional outrider, you realize you got to deal with a different personality every night. Horn sounds, the charge is underway. Oh, we got a little problem with outriders. We'll get it sorted out. They're all right. And 2 empty outriding horses leave town. But that's all right. Wainwright and Chad Cosgrave are up and they're okay. They're off in a hurry. Outriders mount up and oh, one outrider having trouble doing a little driving. Hang on, Rio. Oh boy, that makes it tough.
I'm glad this night's over with. The guy that stuck 50 pounds back.
It's a night of misfortune that Rio needs to shake off. One evening of bad luck can be forgiven. 2 in a row, and drivers might start to wonder. The best thing for Rio now is to leave the track behind and blow off some steam.
We go to a country bar down in Medicine Hat. It's called Ralph's. It's a nice little country bar. You got a lounge on one side and just a big dance floor on the other.
I used to live in Medicine Hat. I played AAA hockey there, so I know a few people there, and there's a lot of people that go there just to have a good time.
Well, Rio's a different kind of cat. He's pretty outgoing. He likes to have fun and kind of a ladies' man. They seem to like him quite a bit. was some good-looking girls in there. There was 2 of them dancing together for a while and putting on a little show. That was rather nice in a way.
For Rio King, it's all about living for the moment.
I'll give her a couple of days. I got a mare lined up for tomorrow night, and I got one tonight. So.
No matter what he rides.
Well, you don't even have to put quarters into him. He's just wired from the time he gets up till I don't even know if he goes to bed at night.
Rio's a great guy. I've known him since he's a little kid. He keeps things sparked up and he keeps the energy going. You know, he's never a tired human. He's got more energy than anyone I've ever met.
Rio runs around 100 miles an hour and his head goes faster. You know, he's a cowboy at heart, and he's a firecracker that'll go to the wall for his friends.
I can't sit here. I gotta keep my blood moving, you know?
Well, yeah, you got to visit with people. I mean, that's what you go out for, is to go have a good time, dance a little bit, do a little BS.
Let me get a shot for the catfish.
Well, we get quite a few laughs out of Rio in the bars. He's not really shy to do anything.
Girls, stop. Seriously, get over here. Hello.
Hello. Hello. Are you trying to act like you're something stop leaving the bar? Wait.
For some, outriding is a life by the seat of your pants occupation. Control is often an illusion out here. And the best you can hope for is to ride clean and hope no one else screws up. If you finish the day and you're still walking, sometimes that's good enough.
Lynn?
Sorry to bother us.
Yeah, that's great for Christ's sake, woman.
Up here.
I found my
Hip
phone.
here. One little hip. Little hip. Little lip.
Coming soon on Half Mile of Hell.
Put a big one. Yeah, once you guys get drunk enough, then I'll hop in.
Tonight we go with the rookie outrider, eh? There you go.
Nobody on the track, please, but WPCA personnel. We know how to untangle this mess.